Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well.
Good.
I'm Bradley.
I'm Kate.
This is the origin of weird.
The history buffoons.
We had a little bit of a scheduling conflict, so this is
Whoopsie daisies.
a day late. Our apologies, and it's okay.
Our bad.
Well, life happens, right?
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
I have one.
Yeah.
You have a life, too.
Yeah. I got two little lives. Vesper and Xavier. Yeah, it was a busy week, so that's how it goes.
Yep.
What do you got that's weird for us today on the origin of weird?
A baseball pitcher.
Pitcher.
Yes.
Did you see the clip the other day? This guy, I don't remember what the teams were that were playing. A pitcher threw a pitch, guy hit it directly at the pitcher. Came off his bat, I think they said at 107.8 miles per hour. He caught it in his shirt.
He caught it in the shirt?
It went right through the buttons and everything, and he caught it in his shirt.
Whoa.
It was crazy.
Do you think he's got bruises?
I don't know if it like ricocheted off his stomach or anything, but
So he was like sitting sideways?
so,
like, did it come
pitch, and he was, how they get in their motion and everything, and they land, and then he stood up, and it went right into his shirt. Anyways, baseball pitcher, huh?
Yeah. We're going to talk about George Edward Waddell.
Waddell?
Or, I'm going to call him, everybody calls him, Rube.
Rube. What year
Rube Waddell.
What year did Rube... Now, was this in the major leagues, pitcher?
He was in the major leagues. Yeah, so we're talking late 1800s, early 1900s.
Is this the guy who created the curveball?
No, I didn't read that.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a curveball.
Right.
But
I don't remember what year it was, and I'm pissed that I don't remember the name of the pitcher, but it was like late 1800s.
Okay.
And pretty much pitchers back then always just, you start a game, you finish it. It wasn't like all the relief pitchers like we have today, no pitch counts, nothing like that. And it was just throw the ball as fast as you can over the plate. Right. And this one guy, I'll have to look this up because now it's irritating me. I don't remember his name. But he learned that, like, if he held it a certain way, holy shit, it just drops. Yeah. And everyone was just like, that's legal, because people fear change. But it wasn't. But, and then, of course, he, like, drastically changed the way baseball was played. Because now it's not just get it over the plate, wish for your best, because, people
now
get hit a lot.
Strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
So Rube Waddell was born Friday, October 13th. Friday, October the 13th.
Oh, dear.
In 1876 in Bradford, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
He grew up on a farm where he developed his pitching arm by throwing rocks at birds to keep them away from the crops.
Oh, so he was like the family scarecrow.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just more mobile.
More alive. I have a brain. Anyway,
wow.
By the time he was a young adult, he had a fastball that was pretty fucking overwhelming for hitters.
Sure.
He ended up at a small college where he barely attended class.
Because he was just there to play baseball?
He wanted to play baseball.
That sounds like sports players today. They barely go to class because they're there for sports. Yeah. Because it's a money-making business.
He struck out hitters constantly.
Okay.
And he could control games by himself.
Sure.
There was even a point where a rival town reportedly kidnapped him.
Okay.
I read once that it was at gunpoint, and I read another time where they just kind of strong-armed him.
Said, you're coming with us.
Pretty much. They said, you're not pitching against us. You're going to pitch for us. And he did. He went through with it. He don't care. He's just here to play.
Do you pay the same?
So once he reached the majors from the early 1900s, he led the league in strikeouts year after year. In 1904, he racked up 349 strikeouts.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm. And it was a number that stood for decades until for left-handed pitchers, which he was.
Oh, he was a southpaw? Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Until Sandy Koufax.
Great fucking ball player.
From the 50s and 60s eventually passed it.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
This is the question I was just going to ask about Rube. You said 394 strikeouts that year, right?
349.
Oh, 49. My dyslexia kicked in. Dyslexia? Mm-hmm. Did it say how many games he played?
No.
Oh. Okay. Continue.
So his career ERA,
which stands for
earned runs average.
Yeah.
It sits among the best in baseball history.
Wow.
His numbers would hold up against other legends. So on paper, he's one of the more dominant pitchers of his era.
Sure.
But Rube was weird.
Well, I mean,
he was weird.
Rube.
He was a little obsessed with fire trucks. You saw that coming, didn't you? Saw it coming.
How old was this pitcher?
He was an adult. No, I think he got to the major leagues just before he turned 21.
Oh, wow. That's pretty young, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
But as a kid, he would wander off and end up sleeping in fire stations. If a fire truck went by during a game that he was at, there was a legitimate chance that he would just leave the game to go after the fire truck.
What the fuck? Why?
I think he wanted to help.
I would be your backup. He's
pretty much. So,
can I be your Dalmatian?
At times, he would wear a red shirt under his uniform so that he could strip down quickly and jump into action if needed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he's a great baseball player, but apparently his passion was firefighting.
Wow. There are accounts of him leaving games mid-play to go help the fires. At one point during a game, a mattress, which I'm not really sure why it was there, but a mattress behind home plate caught fire. Likely from someone smoking in the stands, and while everyone else was reacting like normal humans, he grabbed it, dragged it onto the field, and just handled it there.
Well,
it was part of his job description.
Naturally.
He also had this instinct to help people even when it didn't quite go according to plan.
Okay.
At one point, he jumped off of a ferry in the Delaware River to rescue what he thought was a drowning woman. He swam out, fully committed, only to realize that he risked his life for a floating log. Still, E for effort.
Did he keep the log? Should have carved it into something. Maybe a bat?
And then Rube loved animals.
Okay.
He owned multiple bears.
Bears?
Yep, there weren't really rules about wild animals back then.
In the aught-fours, give or take?
He had dogs and pigs and a flock of geese that he reportedly trained how to jump rope, and that was never disproven.
Was it also ever proven? Okay. Jesus Christ.
But it wasn't disproven either.
We'll take your word, Rube. What the fuck? Why would you want to jump roping geese? Flock of geese, even.
So I looked this up and I was like, please explain this.
Yeah.
But on Wikipedia, it says something along the lines of, one time there was a geese that couldn't jump rope, so he just gave him the rope. And so the duck held the rope, or the geese or whatever, held the rope for him.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
What the fuck? Okay.
So opposing teams learned real quickly that if you wanted to distract Rube, you didn't need any strategy. You needed a puppy.
Or a fire truck. What would happen if a puppy was on a fire truck?
Ooh.
Fucking double whammy.
Fans would hold up dogs in the stands, and Rube would completely lose focus and wander over and try to interact with the dog.
So is this like the original take your dog, bark at the park, they call it? What the fuck? Hold on, guys. There's a puppy over there. Oh, you're so cute. I mean, what the shit? I mean, I like dogs too, but damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the mound, he would actually sometimes call off his outfielders, like say, you don't need to come out here because I'm just going to strike everyone out.
Oh, but that's not how the game works, but okay.
Well, in the 1900s,
I mean, I guess.
Sometimes that happened. He struck everybody out, and sometimes it did not.
So did he have to go running for the ball then? I mean,
kind of, right? I mean,
if I was the manager, what team did he play for? Did you ever get that?
I do. His manager was Connie Mack. Cornelius.
The name sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Cornelius McGillis or so. Cornelius McGillicuddy. I don't know.
So, what team?
He jumped around a little bit,
Okay.
but I'll list him at the end.
Oh, okay. Because if I was that manager, hey, Skip, Rube just said we don't need to go out there. I'd be like, get your fucking ass out there. Jesus Christ.
Rube is not the manager.
No, exactly. And that's my point is like, Rube doesn't tell you what to do. I tell you what to do.
But he would also like ignore the catcher. So there would be wild pitches and missed signals and the chaos because they wouldn't listen to the catcher.
Of course.
He made animal noises at hitters. He would change his delivery. I'm not sure what kind of delivery, like mid-game. He would do cartwheels off the mound.
Did he play for the Savannah Bananas?
My next line literally says, it's the late 1800s version of the Savannah Bananas.
What the fuck?
That's literally what I wrote in.
Oh, man. I still want to go see them. If they ever come to town and the prices aren't ridiculous, we should go see them.
The waiting list is super long.
Yeah, I know, which sucks.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're in the middle of all this, and
Yes.
Rube actually had a brief connection to Wisconsin.
Oh, how so?
He played for a little bit on the Milwaukee Brewers, who were a minor league at the time.
We had a minor league team called the Milwaukee Brewers?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I said.
Are you
That's
sure?
what I wrote.
Are you sure that's right?
That's what I wrote.
Doesn't mean it's right.
Was it supposed to be the Braves?
The Milwaukee Braves was the major league team.
So, yeah, this was a minor league team at the time.
In like the 50s. So that's well before or well after Rube would have been.
Maybe I made that up.
I feel like we're going to fact check this.
So, around 1900, 1901, Milwaukee had a team called the Brewers in the American League. In 1901, the league became a major league. That specific Brewers team then moved to St. Louis and became the Browns.
Oh. Yeah, they played at Borchert Field.
Yeah, so he was a Brewer.
I never knew we had a minor league team in the early 1900s called them. I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
so,
weird.
Also,
Yes.
he really loved playing in Milwaukee
Okay.
because
There's lots of puppies.
because there was a lake that he would frequent to go fishing. He became attached to Pewaukee Lake.
Hey, that's where I'm from.
I know.
I swam in that lake where Rube used to fish.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
I was researching this guy not knowing the Wisconsin connection.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
So, that lake actually started becoming a little bit interfering with his career.
Okay.
He would disappear for days at a time. No one knew where he was, no way to reach him, and the team would just have to wait for him. And eventually someone would figure out that he was on Pewaukee Lake fishing, completely unbothered by the fact that he was supposed to be pitching in professional baseball games.
That's crazy. That is so weird.
There was even a situation where he joined a local team because they offered him a deal that allowed him to fish 6 days a week.
All right, here's the deal. You play one day, you fish 6.
Fish 6.
Sign me up. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Wow.
He would have like long stretches on the water, completely checked out from anything else, no concern for consequences. And this is where Connie Mack comes in, his manager.
Yeah.
He had to get creative to keep Rube engaged.
Okay.
At one point, he made him, quote, captain of the balls, which it meant that he had to hand out baseballs and chase them down.
Sure did. So he was like a professional ball boy in a way for the team, but on the team at the same time.
So we would keep him on the field, and sometimes it worked, and sometimes he would still leave.
At what point does Connie Mack or any other person in this league go, you should maybe move on?
They do. Eventually they move on.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But do you think one person's just like, but Skip, He throws a lot of strikeouts or fastballs or whatever you want to say. It's like, that's just fucking weird.
So Rube would miss practices constantly, disappearing during road trips, show up late or not at all. There was a story where a team scheduled a game expecting thousands of fans to show up just to see Rube pitch, and he didn't show. Not because he forgot, though, because he went to the wrong stadium.
What the hell?
He's wandering around like, where is everybody?
Well, I'm here.
I'll just throw.
I'll just collect some balls.
He did have a habit of getting into fights, sometimes with fans, sometimes with other players. He once vaulted into the stands and grabbed a heckler mid-game, shook him, and then calmly returned to the mound and pitched like nothing had happened.
What the fuck?
Wow. Yes, but unfortunately, Rube also drank heavily.
Oh, dear.
It was part of his reputation, and fans would chant about it during games. His managers would try to intervene, sometimes in bizarre ways, but there was a few moments in his personal life where violence in relationships started happening.
Okay.
But later in life, he became a little bit more heroic.
Oh.
Living near the Mississippi River, a town faced severe flooding, and he worked for days helping build up levees and sandbagging without rest, pushing himself far beyond what was considered safe.
Sure.
But after that, he actually did develop pneumonia and tuberculosis, and his health declined pretty rapidly.
Sure.
And he died at just 37 years old.
Oh, wow. He did all that nonsense in 37
and died
years.
at 37 years old. He died.
That's weird.
April Fool's Day, April 1st, 1914.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hear me out here. Maybe he really didn't die. He just told everyone he did, and he went fishing.
Rube Waddell was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1946.
Oh, was he really? So he's actually in the Hall of Fame?
He is, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So for the National League, he started off with the Louisville Colonels.
Colonels, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he went on to the Pittsburgh Pirates for a year.
Yeah.
And then the Chicago Orphans. For a year, 1901.
And then they took the train out of there.
I know, right?
Weird.
Then he was on the American League, the Philadelphia Athletics from 1902 to 1907.
Do you know who they are now?
Athletics?
That's the team moving to Vegas.
Vegas? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they moved out to Oakland, and now they're homeless currently until their stadium's built in Vegas, but that's the team that's moving there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then from 1908 to 1910, he was the St. Louis Browns.
Right.
And then he had a very short stint as a Detroit Tiger in 1910.
Oh, wow. So what year did he die? Did you say that?
1914.
1914. Was the Detroit Tigers the last team that he played for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the last major league anyway.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
wow,
so Rube Waddell, crazy kooky guy.
Rube Waddell. Can honestly say I never heard of him. Kind of like the fact that he used to fish on the lake that I grew up on. That's pretty awesome.
And he was a Brewer.
He was technically a Brewer. That I never knew we had a minor league team in the early 1900s called that. That's Now I like our team name, but now I'm like, wow, way to get creative, Bud Seelig. Wow, I almost said Siegel.
Seelig.
He was the guy who brought the Brewers to Wisconsin. He also was the baseball commissioner for a really long time. And then he let his daughter run the team, and then she did a really good job at running it into the ground. Oh. And make us not competitive for a long time.
Bummer.
And then they finally sold the team to Mark Antanasio, and now we're consistently I'll say a good team. But man, I really just want to fucking win a World Series.
Yeah.
Someday. I hope before I die.
Yeah.
So, clock's ticking, Brewers.
Well,
I suppose. All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate, Music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.